morning, Kenya. Musa Watabu here on Teke Teke Nation Live. And for me, I define myself as a serious student of life. I want to learn as much as I can in every situation, everywhere. I just want to keep on learning because it's from learning that I keep on growing. And looking at the ongoing discussions at the Supreme Court, there are a lot of things that honestly I have been able to learn. Have you been able to learn anything from the ongoing presidential petition at the Supreme Court? Have you? Just in terms of looking how the lawyers are handling the whole process, looking at how the judges are handling themselves. Have you been able to learn anything? So for me, one of the biggest learnings is that the ability to listen. So the Supreme Court has got this bench of 7 judges, all of them with very, very impressive qualifications. And you see, for a whole day, these guys are seated there too many hours, from 9 a.m. I think, up to about 6 or 7 in the evening. And most of the time, these guys with all the qualifications, in fact, let me tell you, these guys have chewed the law. They understand the law A to Z. But I'm so impressed by their ability just to sit there and just intelligently listen to the lawyers as they argue for or against. And you can imagine, most of us in our daily lives, we are not experts in any way. We have an idea of some issues in life here and there. But do you listen? When you look at how the Supreme Court judges have carried themselves out, consider the questions they normally ask either the petitioners or the respondents. And you would realize that these guys, they do listen intelligently, reflect properly, and then they're able to come back with questions that make sense. Why? The ability to listen. So for me, even as we wait for the final decision on Monday, I think the biggest takeaway for me from this process is that if we want really to make sense in our lives, if we want to be better, maybe at delivering feedback to the different audiences we engage in our lives with, we need to train ourselves to listen. If we want really to be productive, to provide well-reflected thoughts, we need to learn how to listen. Because imagine these guys, the Smoking Wanjalas of this world, the Isaac Laneolas, they're there. These are big names, the CJ herself, the Deputy CJ. But these people are just relaxed, they're listening. They give lawyers time to say things they want as they listen. Then at the end of the day, these guys come back now with reflective questions that lawyers should go back, research, and be able to respond. Just look at your own life. Look at maybe in your office where you work. Look at even at your family life. Look at how you engage with friends. Look at how you relate with people even in church or in the mosque. Are you a good listener? Are you a good listener? So for me, the biggest takeaway from this process at the Supreme Court is that you and I, if we really want to bring out ourselves better, we need to learn to listen. Many times we hear things that people say, but you don't listen enough. Or maybe you listen superficially, but you don't listen to issues intelligently. You listen to respond, but you don't listen to understand. As a takeaway from this process, you and I have to learn to listen. It doesn't matter if you're an expert. It doesn't matter if the audience isn't as eloquent as you are. It doesn't matter if the audience isn't as exposed, or even the audience doesn't know as much as you do. It helps a lot to listen. Learn to listen intelligently. It helps. Please go to our YouTube channel, Teke Teke Nation Live, and subscribe as you learn to listen.